So I'm going to record this. So tonight's topic was supposed to be about end of month, but so many people were talking about follow-up that I kind of switched it to follow-up. So what do you guys currently do for your follow-up? And the answer could be nothing if you want to be transparent.
Can you be more specific? Like, what do you mean? What do we do? Like, how we do it?
How do you keep track? Do you keep track? Do you try to remember everyone? Do you use a calendar? Do you use a filing box? Do you use a binder? Do you use your phone?
Currently, I printed off the wellness profiles and just have been handwriting like dates and weights and stuff on there, and kind of jot some notes right on their wellness profile. Gotcha. And then the planner too.
Oh, nice. Did you get that in?
Yeah.
Good. Anyone else?
I currently am just using my phone for follow-up, just messaging, and I don't have anything on paper yet, which I'm trying to teach myself how to do. That's holding me back right now, but until recently, I didn't have many people to even concern myself with.
Gotcha.
I also follow up with my phone. I do a lot of messaging. I ask a lot of questions about how they're feeling. Do they need any more information? How much weight they lost? But I definitely have to put a binder together and put it all down, because I'm starting to get too many people trying to keep track of who's who and what's going on. Some people want to be left alone, I find, and other people like that checking.
Awesome. Well, that's a good problem to have. Too many people. All right. Anyone else? So what I'm going to share is what I personally do for follow-up. It's not the only way to do follow-up, but literally after years of doing this business and failing miserably at follow-up, I finally found a system that works for me, so I like to share it. And you guys can tweak it, whatever your needs are. So know that what I'm going to say and tips that I'm going to give, you have to find that what works for you, and the best thing to do is what you're consistent with. So if you find that you're not going to be consistent with this, then don't do it. But do something that you're going to be consistent with following up with your customers. So follow-up. We talk about pennies in the sale and fortune in the follow-up. So what does that mean? It just means that we do make money in the immediate sale, but a happy client is going to lead to a fortune, not literally, but just massive referrals, continuously buying, and their repeat orders. So do you really want to be going out every month and having to get a whole new client base because you didn't do follow-up properly and you lost every client that you got? So this business is meant to have repeat clients. So if we're doing proper follow-up, that's going to happen. And how do we do proper follow-up? We keep track of people, we love our people, and we stay in contact. So the wellness profile is kind of bright here. So this wellness profile is right on our training website, and I can do the link. I'll post this replay and post this link in it. So it's right on our training website. You guys can literally right-click on the photo and print it from your computer, or your printer, I mean, if you have a printer. So super simple. I literally have a stack of them printed, ready to go. So step one is printing those wellness profiles. Step two is getting a binder. This has worked for me, and I love it. So a binder that's, fairly affordable. And then the other thing I recommend is getting tabs. So all the tabs. And what I recommend writing on those tabs are the days that you're going to be doing follow-up. I do not do anything else besides raise my babies and do Herbalife. So I do not have like days that I can't do Herbalife type of deal. So I have Monday through Saturday. so I can do follow-up. But if you have a full-time job, just understand that you may have to say, okay, what days are best for me to follow up? I'm available Monday and Friday, right? You give them a couple options, but know your schedule so you're not telling people I can contact you Tuesday and you work a full day on Tuesday. So just know that so you can do follow-up on the days that work best for you and your schedule. So I have it broken down from Monday through Saturday, like I said. When I do a wellness profile with someone, fill out all that information, you're talking with them, you're making their recommendations, someone goes on your Go Herbalife site, they fill out, the stuff, they order their products. Awesome. When can we do follow-up? What's the best day for me to contact you every week? They say Friday. Great. So you put them under Friday. So no one is getting lost. Even if someone orders one shake, what day is best for me to contact you every single week? Ask them so you know that it works for them as well. So they're going into the day, so you're not like rifling through hundreds of papers, like Michelle said, she's getting a lot of clients. If they're just in a binder stacked, you're going to be like rifling through people to find them.
Right.
Who am I supposed to contact at what time? What's going on? So you're putting them into the day. So every, day that you've committed to a follow-up, let's say your days are Monday and Friday, on Mondays at whatever time that you commit to your schedule that you're going to talk follow-up, you're going to go into Monday's tab, you're going to contact everyone in Monday. No one's getting lost, no one's getting forgotten. The only way that this does not work is if you don't open that Monday tab. That's the only way. The only way that you're forgetting someone is if you just physically don't open it and don't do that follow-up. And that is something that you have to work on personally because it's pretty simple. But same with, on Friday. On Friday, I can commit to 7 p.m. follow-up. So on Friday at 7 p.m., you open it up. Whatever works for you guys in their schedule, you're going in there and you're talking with them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So what do we say when we do follow-up? We have an entire awesome customer follow-up schedule. We have one in our manuals that we got when we purchased our kit or whatever. But I also have one right on that website as well that is a little bit more enhanced. I printed it right out and I have it right on the top of my binder. So I have this, I have wellness profiles that are empty, and then my tabs. So when you open your binder, you go to your Monday tab, you know exactly what you're going to be asking and questions you're going to be asking. So you're not confused, you're not missing things, because sometimes it's like, let's see, how did you mix your shake? How did you take your tablets? What did you have for snacks? You don't want to be missing questions, because then, maybe they loved their shake, but they forgot 2 sets of tablets, and they didn't poop. Like, if we're not asking all the questions, we're not covering all our bases, and we're not, because some people get nervous to share these things with us, like, yes, we're their wellness coach. Yes, we're going to be helping them with all this stuff. But if you're not saying, did you poop today? They ain't telling you they pooped. So you have to be the one to ask those questions and be like, this is safe. Like, I'm here to help you. I just want to make sure everything's working properly and we're good to go. So these questions are game changers in terms of just getting to know your clients and creating the friendship. And then also under, let's see, day 14, there are some, tips. So if someone's not going to the bathroom, you can recommend these things. So you're not saying, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like, the person's not pooping. What do I say now? It's right on the follow-up. So you guys have those questions answered, and you can be confident in the fact that you know what you're doing and you're talking about, because every person's different. Everybody's different. You may have not had the no pooping problem, but then you have a client who does. So you have the answer. And of course, you know, if you're struggling with a client, feel free to reach out on the distributor group and just say, okay, I have a person who's having this X, Y, and Z. Is there any recommendations that you have found or stuff like that? So if it's not on that follow-up schedule, feel comfortable asking the distributors in our group, because we're here to learn from each other. Okay. What else do we have? What else do we have? All right. Now, I also have tabs, like I said, Monday through Saturday, but I also have a monthly tab. So anyone who either is come along, did I freeze? Come along in their journey where they don't need you contacting them every single week. Maybe they're a twice a month type of person, or I have clients who, you know, they've been clients for years and they don't need me contacting them all the time. They go into the monthly tab. I have it on the 15th. I have it scheduled. Oh. Am I still here, guys? I froze, I think. Are you guys
Yeah,
there?
you're back.
Okay.
You're back.
What did you guys last hear me say?
You have the
You
monthly
check in on the 15th.
tabs.
Okay, perfect. So that is just for like the catch-all people who are still ordering products, still loving the products, still doing things. They don't need a weekly, but they still need to be engaged, right? So it's not like once someone's hit their weight, or once someone's don't need their hand held through the whole process. They still need to be checked in. They still need to be loved on. They still, you know, ask about their dog. Maybe last month they said that their dog was going in for surgery. Like, you contact them and, you know, how's that dog doing? Stuff like that. It's just an opportunity for you to contact people and love on them, even if they're not a weekly person. So monthly tab for the catch-all. And then the last tab is for the not active crew. So maybe you've had people who they're not loving the products anymore, i.e. they just fell off. You know, life happens. We get that. I have a not active tab. I moved their wellness profile into that tab. And that one is more like the 3 to 6 month. So every 3 to 6 months, I'm going in there, checking who used to be on products. And, you know, maybe if you have a weight loss challenge, like Chris right now is doing an awesome weight loss challenge. You know, Chris has not been in the business that long, so he wouldn't have a not active tab for 3 to 6 months ago. But if he did, he can go in there and say, hey, look at, you know, I'm starting this weight loss challenge. I just thought of you. If this is still something you're interested in, I'd love to chat. It's just an opportunity for you guys to reach out to people, re-engage those people, include them in email lists. You know, check in again, just like the monthly people. You're going to check in, see how they're doing. Doesn't always have to be Herbalife related to talk to people, but they're not getting lost, right? Life happens, people fall away, and that's okay. We're here to be the rock in their life, the consistent person throughout their life, to always be like talking in their ear, you know, contacting them and loving on them. So those are like the big things in terms of follow-up that I do. The only thing else that I would say is don't always think of Herbalife when we're talking to people. Like, yes, think of Herbalife, but it doesn't always have to, like, know what's going on in people's lives. Like, for you to reach out to someone and love on them and just know where they're at. My big thing is I love to send like quotes every now and then. I'll find a quote or a meme or something like that. And hi, Madonna. And just inspirational, exciting. Maybe it's funny. You're being, like I said, that consistent person, that loving person. And I've had people say, you know, you've stuck with me. I was struggling and I wasn't doing anything, but you still reached out every now and then. And it always doesn't have to be Herbalife. It can be just life. It can be fun. It can be whatever. So I hope that makes sense. Does anyone have questions about the system? Dun, dun, dun. I also keep a product brochure. That was the other thing I meant to say. A product brochure. So if you're ever stuck making recommendations, you can pull out your handy dandy product brochure.
That makes sense. That definitely is on the track that I want to go on with the binder. So it just solidifies that I have to do it.
Honestly, it's been life-changing for my business because it was so unorganized before. Like, I could not keep a client to save my life. And it wasn't because the products are amazing. It's not that I didn't care. It's because I was so unorganized and couldn't keep track of people. And people would send me their weight, and then the next week I would lose that weight because it was on a sheet of paper in some, random place, So being organized and treating it like a business, like we have an international business that we have like in a binder in our phone, Wi-Fi in a binder, and you can build a business. So if that's all it takes to build a business, it was just a small step, but made a huge difference. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I must have been so stinking clear. No one has questions, which is awesome.
No, it is a pretty simple concept. It's just a matter of getting it into place.
Yeah. Next time you're at Raleigh World, pick up some tabs and a binder. You're good to go.
The sad part is I already have all that stuff. I just
You're like,
I was just thinking the same thing. I have it all in my closet. I just have to pull it out.
Yep. But it does make perfect sense.
Awesome.
Right, because everyone's at so many different steps that it's hard to keep track of who's on what now.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing with those wellness profiles that I shared. On the back, I don't know if, Michelle, you can't see, but I'll post it, is
Okay.
a grid of like date, weight, chest, waist, like all their measurements, day 1, week 2, week 3. So you write it down. So it's not like numbers are getting lost. When you're talking with someone each week, you're writing down those numbers. So it's very powerful to say, oh my God, in 2 weeks, you're down 6 pounds and 2 inches. And to say that on follow-up or write that on follow-up versus, oh, you're doing great. I don't really know the numbers because I've lost your paper, but because that's how I used to run my business, but to have it's very powerful and exciting for people, for you to, while in the moment of follow-up, that you're telling them the numbers and being exciting. So I'll tag you guys in that. And to go back to what you were saying, Michelle, that it just is powerful when people are in different places on their journey, you can keep track of it. And you can see where they're at, like week 2. I have a girl who right now in my weekly follow-up, she is on like legit week 35. So it's like, people are still going for goals. They're still doing their weekly weigh-ins. The weekly weigh-ins continue until they are happy with their result or at their goal weight or whatever. And then it's a little less, okay, what's your weight? What's your weight? It's a little bit different, but it continues, it keeps going, which is awesome. All right, crew. I hope that's powerful for you guys, and it's something you can implement. It's pretty simple. I think duplicatable for everyone, but let me know how it goes when you set it up. Chris, I want to see a picture of your binder.
Sure.
And I will see you guys on Saturday for the ones who are going to the STS. So I will talk with you all then.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.